cut to the chase because this woman is invaluable. Crimson Canada over there, woman. I'm saying, because she seems, give the most balanced perspective on reality of the Sasquatch people. And this is the deal. It's thing is like, remember, I keep saying this, but like, I mean, how did I go to 12 years of Baptist school and not get 4 different types of humans in the Genesis document? I went to 12 years of Baptist school. Not only was I not told, besides the stuff that indicts Yahweh, it's like I was not even told sex is sacred energy exchange. How did I go to 12 years of Baptist school and not get sex as sacred energy exchange? Do you understand that? So you're saying you can't be offended by that. How did that happen? 12 years of Baptist school. That's just like, okay. We ain't talking about the church time on Sundays and your time. Okay. All right. Do you understand? So the thing is, I guess, so the autistic, like me being autistic, like we just see things from a very simple, plain, just cut, chase, boom, process information, move on. Humans, because our women and children, right? You know what I'm saying? Because our women and children process information and move on quickly because this is our last incarnation. Stop playing, okay? If you hunt, expect to be hunted. If you understand, that's the only thing with these titles. I'm gonna say, Chris, yes. So maybe I might want to title them more towards not too like, we don't need to be like, no, there's horrible Sasquatch out there, right? There's horrible humans and horrible Sasquatch. At some point, the etheric human was infused with reptilian DNA, and and this is the lowest we can possibly get. That's why you don't lie to your children about spinning impossible to exist planets. They have no possibility that any way that could occur. The most absurd, ridiculous consideration ever. Hey, children, never hey, you're out of the womb. Let me cut on you. First of all, let me cut on you. If you're male, let me cut on you. And then let me tell you, you can't trust your senses. You're spinning at 1,000-something miles an hour. Just accept it. Okay. That kind of stuff. But if you hunt, expect to be hunted. Now, if you don't get hunted, then you got away with it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. If you, I'd say my deal, I'm trying, of course, I don't have my own, but I'm trying, if you don't want your people to be captured, you live less capture everything. You see? I know I wish I had my shoes where I'd have to, I don't know. I know we have to have cow skin for our shoes and all that stuff. And I get that, we have winter, that's why we eat flesh, period. Winter. But okay. If you hunt, expect to be hunted. Because what did the Sasquatch say? They don't understand. They carry metal. Now, they could have said guns, right? But they didn't. Why would you say metal instead of guns? Do they understand the overall? Did they understand not one piece of steel left to the highest mountain? And I'm sorry y'all didn't hear that. But I'm saying you've never heard nothing like it. And what does that even mean? Why would that be the case? Why would that need to be a necessity that there's not one piece of steel left to the highest mountain? That's the thing. That's the thing. You're not, you're asking, everyone's asking the wrong questions, okay? And serving the wrong entities, okay? It's just that simple. Why would you go hunt and not expect to be hunted? That's what's going on. Why would you go hunt and not expect at some point to be hunted yourself? Huh? Right? So that's where I got this Indian. I don't mind being Indian, but if Indian means slave owner, that's where we're at now. Like, well, it appears Indian means slave owners. Is that where we're at, Indians? Is that why you got to have tribes so you can own slaves? Understand? Turtle Island never needed tribes, and sure still never needed Tartaria. Turtle Island never needed tribes, nor Tartaria.